my friends. If you are drawn to the allure of the market, aspiring to claim your fortune from its vast currents, then prepare yourself to face an undeniable, often brutal truth. Many embark on this journey with grand dreams, but the vast majority, over 90%, ultimately falter, their capital eroded and their ambitions shattered. This arena is not a game for the naive, nor does it suffer fools gladly. It is a relentless crucible that exposes every weakness, every flaw in discipline and character. However, amidst this harsh reality, there exists a path for the earnest beginner, a way to not only survive, but to lay the groundwork for true mastery. This video will not offer you false promises or quick riches. Instead, I will reveal the fundamental ironclad principles that I myself learned, often at immense cost, which are absolutely essential for any beginner to navigate this treacherous landscape. Subscribe now, leave a like, and write any comment. This way, you'll help more people see and hear this message, and I'll know that my work is not in vain. When you first step into the market, your most valuable asset is not the sum of money in your account, however modest or substantial. Your true initial capital resides within your mind, your willingness to learn, your capacity for objective observation, and your absolute commitment to unwavering discipline. The market is a demanding teacher, and the tuition it exacts can be steep, often paid in painful losses. Without proper mental preparation, even a king's ransom can vanish swiftly. Therefore, before you risk a single dollar, prepare your mind. Understand that emotional reactions, fear, hope, greed, are your greatest enemies. Cultivate a detached, almost scientific approach. Your ability to think clearly under pressure, to learn from every mistake, and to adhere to a strict set of rules will prove far more valuable than any amount of physical currency. Protect this mental capital above all else, for it is the true foundation of enduring success. The gravest error a beginner can make is to rush into action without first understanding the very battlefield they intend to conquer. Many are eager to do something, to place a trade, to feel the thrill of the market. Yet I tell you, your first and most crucial step is obsessive observation, even before placing a single trade. Spend countless hours simply watching the market, studying its movements, its rhythms, its reactions without personal bias or emotional attachment. Learn to read the market's own language, the language of price action and volume. The market is constantly speaking, revealing its intentions, its strengths, and its weaknesses. By diligently observing, you begin to discern the underlying forces of supply and demand, learning what the market is doing rather than what you think it should do. This disciplined period of silent observation is your true apprenticeship, providing insights that no book or advisor could ever fully impart. For any beginner, understanding and adhering to the market's most fundamental law is paramount. The overall trend of the market is supreme. Individual stocks, no matter how promising, are ultimately carried by the broader market tide. Trying to paddle upstream against a powerful current is an exercise in futility. Whether you speculate in stocks, commodities, or any other instrument, the general market direction is your ultimate compass. Never attempt to fight the trend. Identify the prevailing current, whether it be bullish or bearish, and align your actions with it. This principle simplifies your decisions, as you are no longer attempting to outwit the entire market, but merely flowing with its established momentum. For a beginner, this is a golden rule that drastically increases your probabilities of success and protects you from devastating losses caused by opposing the market's inevitable path. The beginner, often fueled by excitement and a desire for quick results, finds patience to be the most elusive virtue. Yet I tell you, the big money in speculation is made not in the buying and selling, but in the waiting. Impatience leads to premature entries, forced trades, and unnecessary losses. The market does not reward constant activity. It rewards intelligent anticipation and disciplined inaction. Cultivate the art of waiting for absolute clarity, for the undeniable setup that perfectly aligns with your chosen strategy. Do not succumb to the fear of missing out on fleeting opportunities. Instead, Conserve your mental and financial energy, deploying it only when the market unequivocally reveals its intentions, screaming, "Act now." This disciplined patience is your shield, protecting your capital from whipsaws and ensuring your entries are made with precision and confidence. Subscribe now, leave a like, and write any comment. This way, you'll help more people see and hear this message, and I'll know that my work is not in vain. For every beginner, before any thought of making profits, your singular overriding objective must be the absolute preservation of your capital. Your capital is your ammunition, your ability to stay in the game, your lifeline for learning and eventual success. Many new traders treat their initial funds as expendable, chasing quick gains only to see them vanish rapidly. This is a fatal error. Protecting your capital means never risking more than you can truly afford to lose on any single trade, and crucially, never allowing a small loss to escalate into a large one. You cannot learn, adapt, or profit if your ammunition has been expended. This unwavering commitment to capital preservation is the most fundamental rule for survival, ensuring that you remain in the market long enough to learn its brutal lessons and eventually thrive. In the market, losses are an inevitable reality. Even the most seasoned speculator encounters them. However, large losses are never inevitable. They are a direct consequence of indiscipline and a refusal to admit error. For the beginner, mastering the art of ruthless loss cutting is not merely a strategy. It is your absolute lifeline to longevity in this unforgiving arena. If a trade moves against you, admit you were wrong, and exit immediately without hesitation, without regret. The small loss incurred is simply tuition paid for a valuable lesson. Never, under any circumstances, average down on a losing position, as this is the deadliest trap for the unwary. This iron discipline ensures that minor errors do not metastasize into catastrophic failures, preserving your precious early capital for future, more promising opportunities. The market is a relentless crucible for your emotions, and for the beginner, this inner battlefield is often the most challenging. Hope will tempt you to hold on to losing positions. Fear will paralyze you from acting on clear signals or force premature exits. Greed will push you to overtrade or take excessive risks. These powerful human impulses are the silent destroyers of discipline and capital, ensuring most beginners never last. To survive and ultimately thrive, you must cultivate a profound mastery over your emotions. Learn to approach the market with detached objectivity, making decisions based on cold facts and predefined rules, not on fleeting feelings. Recognize that your greatest enemy is not the market itself, but your own undisciplined reactions. This inner fortitude, this capacity for emotional self-control, is the absolute prerequisite for consistent success and lasting survival. In the market, every loss, every misstep, every error in judgment is a priceless lesson, provided you are willing to learn from it. For the beginner, these early losses are not failures to be lamented, but tuition payments for the most valuable education you will ever receive. The market is the greatest teacher, but it demands that you pay close attention to its lessons. After every trade, especially losing ones, meticulously review what went wrong. Was your analysis flawed? Did you ignore a signal? Did an emotion cloud your judgment? Extract the precise lesson, integrate it into your understanding and your rules, and then move forward without emotional baggage. This disciplined introspection is the true path to building genuine market wisdom, transforming setbacks into stepping stones toward mastery. My friends, starting to trade right as a beginner is not about finding secret indicators or guaranteed systems. It is about embracing and rigorously applying these fundamental timeless principles. It is about understanding the market's true nature, prioritizing capital preservation, cultivating unwavering discipline, mastering your emotions, and relentlessly learning from every experience. This moves you beyond mere gambling towards the realm of professional speculation. The path from beginner to master is long and arduous, filled with challenges, but it is entirely navigable for those willing to pay the price of self-discipline and patient study. Embrace these lessons. Make them an inseparable part of your trading philosophy, and you will lay an unshakable foundation. Your consistent application of these basic yet profound rules will pave the way for long-term survival, eventual mastery, and the potential to build a fortune that truly defies imagination.